How did you find out you were getting cheated on? I have long and straight hair, and I saw all over his bed some women's curly hair. I went to the bathroom and saw a bunch from the same hair also on the hairbrush which I used when I went to his place. He called me crazy and said no one was at his place. I decided to get a divorce. Dude wouldn't stop accusing me of cheating. After I left, some mutual friends of ours at the time told me he was on dating sites etc. When I went back to the house to grab some of my stuff, another woman had moved in 2 days after I left. It all started to make sense. Apparently it's true, if they're cheating they will accuse you. I don't know all the details, don't want to. Better off sparing my feelings and not knowing all the details than to be ripped apart inside if I do. Fuck that asshole. Chlamydia. The most recent, he left the messages open on my computer. I kicked him out. Most memorable was when I was working as a nurse's aide in a hospital. He showed up at work and I asked why he was there, wasn't expecting him, so he told me that his friend was upstairs in labor with his baby. Told him to be gone by the time I got off work. He asked me to go unlock his car since he'd locked his keys inside. Friend he told me he was with was nowhere to be found. Checked his phone and found the messages. He wouldn't admit to actually sleeping with her until 2 years later. Then asked for an open relationship and got upset when I got more dates than him. We've since split, thankfully. His 10-year-old kid, whom I was around for 6.5 years, told his mom because he knew about it but didn't want me to be mad at him. I was good friends with his mom, so she immediately told me. He started getting antsy about leaving his phone in my presence. So I logged into his Facebook on the shared iPad and saw in his messages. I called him out on my suspicion the next morning, he denied it. I logged into his messenger and saw him admitting that I caught them and they planning on meeting up to talk about it. She told me. Her, where are the leftovers? Me, I ate them. She puts her hand in her face, you know what, I fucked your friend. We argue and break things off. I don't recall exactly, it was a long time ago, but it was something like that. I worked a lot to support my little family. She complained that I worked too much. I came home early to surprise her, but had forgot my key to the apartment. I called her and said, surprise, I'm home. She said, really? I thought because she was happy I was home, but realized after the fact it's because she had her boyfriend there. Once I got to the door I knocked and knocked. I called her and she wouldn't answer. I was able to peek through a part of the blind to see her helping him climb in the hallway closet. I left and went to drive around. I was in shock. She called me wanting to know where I had went. She was in the bathroom. I told her I knew and she didn't confess until the next day. She ended up deciding she was too young to be a wife and mom and left us. I was 19 then and instantly became a single parent. Okay, there is one thing I have to say in here to a lot of people still dealing with feelings on this. It's a reflection of the cheater. I've seen enough people that cheat no matter who they date, they didn't find someone better, they just found someone else and have some issue that compels them to cheat. The other woman found out about me when a mutual friend showed her my pictures with my dude and our kids on Facebook and contacted me to apologize and let me know she had been told he was single. We met for a drink and to compare notes. After she showed me texts and proof that he had been cheating on me for months, we both dumped him, flew off to party together in New Orleans for a few days, and have been besties for over 12 years. He was the best thing that ever happened to me, introduced me to what ended up being my tribe. Not me, but a friend. One of the girls he was cheating with, a minor who he had groomed, so we do not blame her at all, and she's one of our best friends, realized what he was doing and confessed to his wife. She was more upset about it being with a minor than she was that she'd been cheated on. Imagine if you were going home on Christmas break and coming back next semester to her ignoring you almost entirely, except when she wants something, and hanging out with your roommate a whole lot more than she ever did before. Then imagine coming back to the dorm early from class and walking in on them going at it on your bed. Smell. People don't realize sex has a distinct odor. She came in the door, I knew immediately what had happened, so I asked her, was it good? Without thinking, she says not really, before realizing what just transpired.